Hello fans of photos or videos with 360 degrees and all enthusiasts of nature and historical monuments. Join me on a small autumn walk in Budatín Park where you will also see the castle and hear a short history. The park in the area is the point of contact of geological periods, large tectonic structures and dynamic processes constantly forming the landscape. At the confluence of the Va and Kaisuka rivers, directly above the park, the mountain ridges of the Javorniki and Kaisuka highlands rise. Both Va and Kaisuka carry fertile sludge and barren rocks from all the mountains through which they flow. Their thousand-year pilgrimage through this country is recorded in the massive river terraces of the Zilina Basin. Their traces are found every year in the torn banks of the old river island, Klmeka above the castle park. Wrinkled and overturned Mesolithic sediments of the ridge zone of the Javorniki and Kaisuka highlands fall below the surface of both rivers. There they slowly disappear or are covered with young quaternary river sediments. The presence of these watercourses also shaped the relief of the Zilina Basin, built mainly by tertiary sediments of sandstones and claystones. The park was probably founded in the middle of the 19th century, in the natural landscape English style. For him, simplicity was typical. The meadows were bordered by groups of trees without major architectural modifications. Park scenery was mostly composed to connect to the surrounding landscape. Domestic trees were dominant. Foreign trees were planted only in a limited number, mostly in later modifications of the park. The trees form the skeleton of the park. Although the park has been without professional care for a long time, some remarkable individuals of woody plants have been preserved to this day. Massive black poplars with a trunk circumference of 500 or more cm leave the native species with age. Some small-leaved and large-leaved lindens also have an impressive effect. The oldest are estimated to be under 250 years old and have a trunk circumference of 435 to 600 centimeters. Younger is a nice linden alley opposite the gate to the castle courtyard. Individuals of mountain maple with a trunk circumference of 310 to 560 centimeters and an estimated age of up to 230 years are also powerful. The overhanging form of beech and trunk circumference of 320 centimeters was probably planted at the end of the 19th century. Maple trees with a trunk circumference of 390 to 570 centimeters are represented from foreign trees. The oldest trees are also the tallest specimens in the park with a height of up to 30 m. The environment of the park represents an element in the cultural landscape with a relatively high spatial and species diversity. This diversity is also reflected in the diverse species composition of bird communities. Up to 28 nesting bird species have been found here. A substantial part of them consists of the so-called hollow nests, for example brown woodpecker, green woodpecker, white-necked woodpecker, brown woodpecker, and tit. An important prerequisite for their permanent existence and reproduction are cavities concentrated especially in the trunks and thicker branches of bedder. An important component of the bird kingdom in the park are also species whose nesting environment is formed by shrub or higher herbaceous layer, for example, thrush, nightingale, woodpecker. The little owl regularly nests here, and the barn owl also appears here. The reptile class is represented by two species of snakes, the collared snake and the smooth snake. They find optimal ecological conditions for their existence and reproduction.